Hello, I'm Jeff Myers, and welcome to Elgin Today. On this edition,
first we go to the Elgin Police Department's open house, a part of the December Winter Wonderland downtown. We'll hear from Councilmember Richard Dunn, who talks about the day, and we'll hear from some other folks as well. January 30th is the date for Stars Dance for Pads of Elgin. Brittany Mitchell will tell us the 6 dancing couples this year, and we'll hear from one of the honorary co-chairs as well. Cheri Aschenbrenner has details about a phone scam making the rounds in Elgin. Someone who calls will claim to be from the Internal Revenue Department. Cheri will tell us what to do. Mayor David Kaptain's segment will take us to Evoke Productions on Elgin's far northwest side, an amazing media company that produces many quality advertising projects. Rick West, the general manager of the studio, will join the mayor and myself. And lots going on at the Hemmens Cultural Center, including an Elvis tribute show on January 8th. And now the famed Fox Valley Arts Hall of Fame is located on the north side of the lobby at the Hemmens Cultural Center with official ribbon cutting on January 30th.
We'll have these stories and more on this edition of Elgin Today.
The Elgin Police Department's open house during December's downtown Winter Wonderland is always a popular stop for all, as we first heard this from Elgin City Council member Richard Dunn.
To me, one of the best ones is the police department's community outreach day here, where open house, bring people in, show them all the different aspects of policing that our police department does. It's not just when you call 911, they come out. They do a lot of other things that helps keep our citizens safe, and we really appreciate that.
Oh, no question about that, and the folks come out in droves, don't they?
They do. There's always a lot for the kids out here. So I think it's really important for the kids to interact with police officers at a young age so that they can realize that they are friendly people and that if they ever have an emergency, that there's someone they should be going to for assistance.
Next, we spoke with Bob Hartfield. He's the president of the Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association of Elgin. He talked about a very unique item he had on display and for purchase on this day.
We're seeing blue lights that we're putting out to honor the Elgin Police Department and all past police departments and policemen of the United States. They have a national campaign out of burning a blue light to honor all cops. Some towns that don't have them are using blue ribbons to go around their trees. So it's an honor to all police officers, both living and deceased.
So we purchase these from the police department? From you?
Can purchase them from the Citizens Police Academy. They run $15 a piece, and they are solar, so you turn them on, you put them in the yard. When it gets dark out, they go on. When it lights up, they go off, so you don't have to worry about changing bulbs.
So even in the wintertime, they're meant to be outside in the yard?
Yes, in the yard. They make good Christmas decorations, too, or spring decorations, as you're coming up to now.
How would we get a hold of you to purchase them?
You contact me or Christy Schmidt of the Elgin Police Department through the Elgin Police Department. Either one of us can turn you in the right direction.
Have these been going on for several months now here?
This is our second month of selling them. We sold out once, and we're hoping to sell out again. The first time we sold out 200 in a very short period of time.
So there's already a good number in Elgin.
There's a good number in Elgin and surrounding areas.
And we saw this unique-looking costume character who is receiving a lot of attention and was a big hit with the kids, as Josephine Canoost, telecommunicator for Elgin's 911 Center, tells us.
Yes, it's Reddy Fox, and he is one of the tools used to teach 911 to children, knowing their location, which is basically very important when, it saves time from having to try to triangulate their call if they know where they're at when they're calling for help.
So Reddy Fox comes to the school?
Yeah, Reddy Fox will come to the school. They show a video to teach the kids all about 911, knowing that it's not something to play with, but it's there for them for a case of emergencies, and knowing their location is basically the key.
And Reddy Fox is kind of a new creation?
Yes. For Elgin, yes, it is. We just recently required Reddy Fox, so.
Well, Reddy Fox looks delightful. The kids probably really, he likes you and the kids like him.
Yes, the kids really do like him, and it's nice to be able to use him as a tool. They have something that they like, they can identify with.
Would we contact you if folks wanted to bring him out to school?
The schools usually will contact somebody in the 911 center or community relations can actually also take the information and forward it to somebody in communications, and then they'll contact them to set up a time and that we could come and visit them.
At the open house, there was also a 311 booth, and for our February Elgin Today show, we will hear more about Elgin 311, the fastest way to connect to your city. Once again, it's time for one of our great events. We're going to say hello to Brittany Mitchell. Brittany, how are you?
I'm doing great today.
Tell us your official title for PADS.
My official title is Special Projects Coordinator at PADS of Elgin.
We bring you out in January because January 30th, you know what happens?
It's the Winter Harvest for the Homeless with our Stars Dance for PADS of Elgin dance competition.
And you're going to announce who the couples are this year. You've got some great names this year.
We have great. This is our 10th anniversary for our dance competition. So this is we're excited to come out here and announce our couples for the first time. Team 1, Monica and Lawrence Sinnott.
Wonderful.
Team 2, Barb Kaselica and Jason Pulowski.
No, so well known around town. They're dancing.
They are dancing.
Barb from City Hall, Jason from the Chamber.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Team 3, Chris and Letitia Jones.
Oh, great.
Team 4, Stacy Good and Paul Kopetsky. Team
Crowd
5,
loves those guys.
Oh, yeah, they're favorites. Team 5, Jana and Adam Newell. And Team 6, Katie and Wade Arthur.
6 couples dance. We raise money for PADS. And as we talk with you in January in the last few years, you really made it a chance to preview the dancers and to put some money in early, haven't you?
We have. Well, so this is our biggest fundraiser of the whole year. And the way that the couples win is by your votes. So the audience can vote that night, or you can vote for your favorite couple ahead of time online. We have a website for that. You can go ahead and vote for your favorite couples ahead of time online by visiting padsl.ejoinme.org/dance 2016. That's a big mouthful, so if you just want to find the links, you can also find those links on our website, padsofelgin.org, or going to Facebook.com/Pads of Elgin. As we're getting ready for the event on January 30th, we keep all of our updates. We want to keep everyone kind of excited for what's going on, so the dance teams send in rehearsal photos and things like that for people to see. And we also kind of preview some of our auction items. We had some great things this year, stuff for the home, art things. We have a Russell Wilson autographed game ball football.
Seattle Seahawk.
Seattle, yeah, very.
Although Jason Pulowski's the world's greatest hockey fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, we also have some great tickets to Blackhawks games, Cubs games, all those things. So we'll be previewing those all over the next month on our Facebook page.
All right. We could talk with you forever. Now, ticket prices are?
Ticket prices are $85. You can RSVP by calling the office. That's 847-608-9744. Or you can find all that info on those websites.
PADS, Public Action to Deliver Shelter. You guys do so much for our community.
Oh, well, thank you. Our mission is to serve the homeless men, women, and children in our community. We provide overnight shelter, daily meals, case management, service coordination, and advocacy, all to the homeless men, women, and families of Elgin.
Well, 3 days ago, when we heard the honorary chair was Jeff Sabona's lovely wife, we decided 3 days ago to chat with Jeff. So it goes something like this. He won in 2011. They won in 2011. Great dancing, of course. Honorary chair this year. Here's how Jeff Sabota, police chief of Elgin, feels about this year's event.
Yeah, 2011 was a lot of fun. My wife and I were able to put together a dance with the help of a coach who was just very, took her time with us because while my wife's a good dancer, I needed a little bit of help. So we did a salsa, had a great time. We were able to raise a lot of money, and we were asked to come back this year to be honorary chair people. Yeah, PADS is such a staple within our community, and the homeless issue is something that many communities struggle with, and Elgin's no different. So being able to help bring some funds so that they can provide the services that are just so important for so many people, to have a warm place to sleep at night is just so important. And the work that PADS does, I've always been a big supporter of them. So getting together, I like this one being a little bit better, that we will just be there as the honorary chair people and not having to dance. The dancing was fun, but it was a lot of work.
Let's travel back to the Elgin Police Facility on Douglas Avenue to hear from Cheri Aschenbrenner, a crime prevention specialist for the department. She also works with Elgin seniors to keep them informed on various illegal activities that take place. Cheri has information about a phone scam that has been making the rounds in Elgin lately.
Jeff, I have a tip for January. It's the new year. The IRS has been calling, I think, half of Elgin now in the last few days, and they're going to call again because now everybody's done doing their taxes or starting to begin doing their taxes. They'll get a robocall, and it'll tell them that it's the IRS and that they owe back taxes. And of course, it's going to alarm people because wouldn't it you? If you say that they're going to come and arrest you because you owe taxes. So we just want to alert everyone that is probably and most likely a scam. The IRS does not call you. So if you do get this call, I have a number that I want you guys to call. It is 1-800-366-4484, and who that is the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration. These are the people that investigate IRS impersonators. Okay, so please, when they get a number on your caller ID, call 1-800-366-4484 to report that number that they've been calling you, and just hang up.
It's time for our segment with Mayor David Kaptain. And Mayor, you've done an amazing ability to get us somewhere on this date.
This is terrific, Jeff. We're out at Evoke Productions on Bath Road on the far northwest side of Elgin. With us today is Rick West. He's the general manager and he runs the studio for Evoke Productions. Evoke Productions does backdrops and advertising. They've been in Elgin for a number of years. I was first out here about 3 years ago when they were planning an expansion of this facility, and it's really gotten big. And they do a lot of things here. They do pictures. They employ a lot of different types of people. They employ tradespeople. They employ models. They employ makeup people. They do all kinds of things. And Rick, give us a rundown of some of the things that you've got going on and the things that we're working on now and some of the projects you've done in the past.
And Rick, let me first say this is the greatest set we've ever stood at here on Elgin Today. Yeah, good. Even the mayor looks good.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Good to hear. The studio's been open since 2011. Originally occupied a portion of this building. Then 2 years ago, we expanded to fulfill the whole building. We do a combination of photography, videography, copywriting. We do have that full set of skills from construction all the way through planning, design, actual photography, actual videography, post-production. It's a very comprehensive studio for producing digital assets.
Wonderful. And as the mayor was talking about, we walked by the makeup room. They wouldn't let me in. I was too far gone. But so many things are shot here. Your Doritos commercials are so well known, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, that's a funny story. We actually did submit a Crash the Super Bowl spot, and we're semifinalists. We're very proud of that. Out of 4,500 entries, we're among the top 50, and we'll find out early next month whether or not we make the finalist to potentially be
seen by billions
during the Super Bowl. Yes.
That's great. That's great, Mayor.
That's terrific. And when I was out here a few years ago, it was an affiliate of Sears, and they did a lot of the camera shoots for the Sunday supplements for Kmart and for Sears, all the advertising, shoes, and it was really amazing the things that go into doing this and the setups that they go through. And Rick, maybe you can just kind of run through and talk about how a setup like this would be put together, and what are your plans for this?
Yeah. So to produce something like this, it's obviously perfect planning makes perfect results. So that's the intention. We take it from inception, do art renderings of what the set like this might look like. We gather the materials, props, sets, etc. We've got expert stylists to make it gorgeous, every fine detail. Lighting, setup, to create an image is quite a production. Wonderful. And we're very effective and efficient, though.
You got a great staff, and some of them are right here. The mayor always asks, how did you end up here in Elgin? How did this company end up here in Elgin?
When I actually was part of the search planning for this location and looked all the way from north of here down toward O'Hare and everywhere in between, and settled on this location for a number of reasons. Great facility, certainly, but the infrastructure supporting it, we're close, we're adjacent enough to Hoffman Estates and corporate campus, so that's a great benefit. But the facility is great, the surroundings are great, the people are great, and we have enough adjacency to the airport is very vital to us for the models, etc. So it's a great place to be.
Ideal company it is for City of Elgin.
It is, and if correct me if I'm wrong, but you have employees that come here from all over the United States as well, and you have models that come in and do help with some of the sets. And I remember a discussion a few years ago about the access to Metra, and they come out by train, and you have people that do just about any kind of a job you can imagine. Rick, how many employees do you have at this facility that are here full time, and how many are part timers? I guess you would say people that come in for a weekend shoot or for a week to do some jobs here.
Sure, we've got about 85 employees, permanent staff, and there's upwards of 100, if not more, potential contractors who fly in from LA or New York or anywhere around the country who support a production depending on the requirement of a specific shoot. Specialized talent is available to us in addition to our great talented staff.
Wow, we're like Hollywood mid-center.
Exactly. Now, and I don't want to talk too much about the Doritos thing. I don't want to put a curse on you. But in a project like that, where you have a national company, do they send assistants here, and what do they offer to you, and what are their directions to you? Or do they give you free rein on something?
We have a lot of autonomy. We're all about producing great work, and it's up to us to deliver that great work. So we get direction and guidance, certainly, and support from Sears Holdings, but our objective in life is to produce great work on our own and deliver to the strategy. Yeah.
If we were watching television any given night, would there be a spot or a commercial that would be created right here we would see?
There could be. We use a combination of agencies and this in-house facility, so it's definitely a possibility.
All right.
Okay, let me ask this kind of a parallel question. You know, there's been a change in media, and we've moved away from print media and advertising and newspapers to different types. How has Evoke Productions adapted to that? And that's a continuing change. And how are you going to continue to adapt?
So I think historically people would have come to us for, I need a video or I need a photo shoot, and more we're helping people understand what they need is a body of digital content that can be used socially. It's a combination of video and still, and the written word, obviously vital. So we're morphing with it. I think the time and age of the master production, the Hollywood-esque broadcast television spot is harder to come by, and more of it's about daily content, again, whether it's photo, video, the written word. We're there to support that, and we've morphed our organization to go there.
And you talk, you just spoke about the written word here, and you know we're going to see a lot about the video portion and the images that are created, but the catchphrases and those types of things that go with the advertising. Do you create them here, or is there a separate ad agency that does that, or do you contribute into it and you kind of develop it as you move along?
There's a sister organization to the studio as part of Evoke Productions that's a creative function. They're actually not housed in this facility, but they're the creative brainchilds for that sort of work, and we're the content builder that makes it all come to life.
The name Evoke, how did that evolve?
Through a lot of search. Originally we were the studio, right?
Aha.
And we were determined to create a brand identity that was unique and memorable and meaningful. So a arduous search and came up with the terminology of Evoke Productions, and we're very proud of it and try to live up to evoking content that's meaningful.
Right. We have about a minute and a half, Mayor.
I think, you know, and this is a part of the reason for doing these types of programs is to identify businesses and industries in Elgin that are unique. And I think Evoke Productions really fits that bill. Right. It's probably something that, and I wanted to expose these types of organizations to the people in Elgin because they don't know they're here. Right. And you guys really work under the radar screen, and you really don't necessarily sell your product to local people in Elgin, but you're known nationally, and people just don't see that from us. And again, you know, it's a great facility here, and I think that City of Elgin's proud to have you.
Oh, no question, you are the king and queen of modern media, really.
Right, we're very proud of our Elgin roots, and great to be working out of here, delivering great content, and have a great team to make it happen.
West of Randall Road, you got a great team. Team, give yourself a round of applause here. We've got a great crowd, so go ahead. Hey, we're live on tape. We got a great set right here. Mayor, this is a wonderful learning about this.
Thank you, Jeff, and we'll look forward to keep, you know, we'll be in the new year, and we're going to continue to do these types of programs, and maybe over time we'll come back and revisit. And there's changes that go on in these businesses as time goes on. They don't sit stagnant. They're changing all the time to keep up with the economy and what's going on, as we just talked about with print media and visual programming.
We got a scoop. Good job, Mayor. The mayor thinks he can do a lot of voiceovers. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. That's a yes, Mayor. You're in. Well, we're going to scoot out. Mayor, well done.
We'll see you next month, Jeff.
All right, that's our segment with Mayor David Kaptain.
Next, let's travel to where Barb Kaselica works, City Hall, now a part of the Robert Gilliam Municipal Complex, named in honor of Robert Gilliam, who served 10 terms as a city council member from 73 to 2013. Barb will tell us about an upcoming city event.
Hi, my name is Barb Kaselica, and I'm the Special Events and Community Engagement Manager for the City of Elgin. Coming up this February is Bring Your Daughter Out for a Magical Evening of Disney Snow White themed dinner and dancing. The evening will include a buffet-style dinner, dancing, a raffle drawing for an American Girl, and prizes for Dad, too. Registration is available online, but only for one child and dad. If registering for more than one child, please do so in person at the City of Elgin's Center's Customer Service Front Desk. The event is for girls aged 2 to 12, and the cost is $35 for residents and $40 for non-residents.
Barb Kaselica also reminded us that the Heritage Ballroom will be the site for the annual Elgin Image Awards, which will take place this year on Thursday, March 17th. Now, the nomination deadline is Friday, January 22nd. Nominations come from you. You can find the nomination forms online at cityofelgin.org. Each year, the city's Image Advisory Commission recognizes image-enhancing efforts from Elgin residents, businesses, and organizations. The prestigious awards are available in 5 categories: individual professional, individual volunteer, special projects, organizations or businesses, and citizenship. And back to Barb Kaselica for just a second. We wished her well and perhaps showed her a dance step or two for our upcoming Stars Dance for Elgin Pads event. Lots of things happening at the Hemmens Cultural Center. First, we hear from Butch Wilhelmy, the Cultural Center's director. He tells us about a show coming to town that is certainly worthy of a king.
Elvis tribute show, which will be here on January 8th, and that is Elvis's birthday. And we have 3 Elvis impersonators that will span his music from beginning to end, so they don't miss a beat on any of that.
This is a show that's come to Elgin before.
Yeah, this is its 3rd time being here. It's a really good production. The talent is top notch. They're great people to work with, and the audiences have been growing every time.
And all of Elgin loves Elvis, do they not?
Everybody loves Elvis. Not just all of Elgin, everybody loves Elvis.
And it's so good that on Elvis's actual birthday, turning 81 he would have been, he's in Elgin, Illinois.
Absolutely, and we're happy to have him.
And you said that they bring quite a crew. You have the 3 Elvises, but they have quite a band, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They have people who had actually played with Elvis, the backup singers. They bring in a full show.
These guys were in Maryville, Indiana, and Skokie as well, but where are they based normally?
They are based in Indiana. Omar Productions is in Gary, Indiana.
All right. Well, it's good that you had that connection. That's wonderful for you to bring them to Hemmens.
Yeah, we're happy to have them. And tickets are still available through our box office, which is at 847-931-5900 or at hemmens.org. It's $29.50 for the cheaper seats and $49.50 for the more expensive.
All right. Well, congratulations for bringing Elvis to town.
Oh, thank you very much.
And when Elvis, well, you'll get a chance to say goodbye to him. Elvis has left Hemmens.
Yes, Elvis has left the building repeatedly.
All right. Wonderful. Hey, we saw here at the Hemmens Cultural Center, your lobby-way is now a Hall of Fame.
Yes, it is. The Fox Valley Arts Hall of Fame has moved from the Paramount in Aurora up to Elgin. It's in a place that's more accessible to the public on a regular basis, as opposed to having to have a ticket in order to see it. And we actually will have a ribbon cutting here on January 30th, just prior to the symphony concert.
It's such a great honor to have that. The legend that is Elgin, Floyd Brown, is a 2010 class of.
Yep, Floyd Brown is in there, Robert Hansen. There are a number of Elgin-related people that are in that Hall of Fame.
So we invite folks to come on out and take a look at that, wouldn't we?
We would like people to come out and take a look at it anytime. Our lobby is open from 10 to 4 Monday through Thursday, and then all around our show schedule. So we'd like people to come and take a look at that.
And so artsy, John Drury, and names everyone knows.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of names. People don't even realize. You look at that, and it's like, I didn't know they were actually from the Fox Valley. It's neat to see.
It's wonderful for that. And the Art for All, which often was displayed there, you've done what?
Art for All, which was originally on that spot in the lobby, has moved into our art gallery downstairs. That has allowed them to expand their offering of what they're displaying, not only in number, but also they can now have 3D displays, which they were not able to do before.
Well, Butch, we appreciate that. Hemmens looks great as always.
Yeah, we try to keep it up. Thank you.
For our next story, let's stay at the Hemmens Cultural Center. We spoke with Mary Hyatt, President of the Board of Directors of the Community Crisis Center and Chair of the Elgin Toy Giveaway. The Community Crisis Center, with help from many, has been involved with this great event for years.
This has been going on for over 20 years. We've had it at Hemmens the last probably 10 years because we have so many people. We serve people from Elgin and South Elgin, and we usually get about 1,000 parents in here shopping for their children. The gifts come from Toys for Tots. Grand Victoria is a sponsor of ours. We have the Girl Scouts who sponsor us. We've got Chase Bank who sponsors us. Everybody brings toys or donations, and we have probably more toys this year than we've ever had, so we're able to give out more to each child this year.
That's great. I saw folks walking away with a big bag.
Yes, they have big bags.
That's wonderful. Must give you a great feeling on this day.
It does. It's really important because we see so many families who can't afford to get anything for their children for Christmas, and it's really nice to have the parents come in and choose their gifts, and then at Christmas they can give them or from Santa.
The long-distance future of Elgin's historic tower building has been a bit uncertain in recent times. Mayor David Kaptain in December had some very positive thoughts about this landmark structure and how it will become once again an outstanding fixture in downtown Elgin. The mayor told Elgin Today this about the current project for the Elgin Tower building.
Yes, the project's still moving forward. It's for 50 units of residential with the rents somewhere between $800 and about $1,300. From efficiency apartments to one-bedroom apartments. They're going to completely remodel and reconstruct the building, redo the outside, sandblast, and make it back into the icon and the icon of really for the city of Elgin, and it's the lighthouse for our downtown. It is a place that when you give directions, you tell people to go to the tower building in downtown, and we look forward to that project being completed here in the next year and a half or so.
And parking situation, what's your thought?
There's parking available across a kitty corner across the street. The city has a lot there. We're negotiating with some people downtown and trying to establish some permanent parking for the residents that are going to be there.
So the tower building, like it was in I believe the 30s and 40s when the pilots would look for the tower building for their line of sight.
Exactly, yeah. That building was built, has had kind of a rough past. It was built during the Depression and by a bank in the city of Elgin. And, it's been kind of had a problem here the last couple of years, and we're finally trying to get that resolved. And we have some interested people. We're moving forward, getting some grants and applying for some money from the state and the federal government, tax credits to get the project completed.
Hey, let's take a look at some of the basketball action. A great encounter as Elgin played host on December 4th to Larkin. A fantastic game that would see the Royals knock off the Maroons by a final tally of 84-80. One of the best the two teams have played in a long time. For the Maroons, they're on a great run. They won only 6 games last year. They won 10 games during the month of November and December, including 2 tournaments. They won a tournament at West Chicago for Thanksgiving and also came away with a Marengo tournament in the E.C. Nichols affair, and that took place the week of Christmas. Larkin, they have an incredible schedule. They played up in Rockford for Thanksgiving, went 2-2, knocked off East St. Louis at a game at UIC's Pavilion in Chicago, also played a couple of games at the Route 66 shootout down in Missouri, won 1 and lost 1, and they're participating the last week of December in the proud and powerful Proviso West tournament. Again, the final on December 4th was 84-80 Larkin. They have a rematch on Friday night, January 22 at Larkin. You can learn more about the information you saw here on Elgin Today or about city services, programs, and events by going to the Elgin website at www.cityofelgin.org. And now the City of Elgin has a 311 contact center. Elgin 311. Call, click, connect by calling 311, the city's information and request resource. For everyone here at Elgin Today, I'm Jeff Myers. We'll see you next time.